We've got something very fun for you today. I get asked a lot about what watch can I buy for $5,000 or $4,000 that's a great watch and something that will last a long time and carries a bit of status on the wrist. So I invited Seth from Essential Watches, who's stood right next to me here. Come say hi.
Hello.
To show us some watches that are in that price range and lower that he thinks are great investment pieces, or not so much investment, but more enjoyable pieces, but prestigious, right?
Correct.
Okay, so we're in my garage here. It's 85 degrees outside in, what are we, 15th, 16th of January. Too hot, we were going to do it outside, but we can't, so excuse the decor. This isn't so bad, but there we go. Seth, tell us about what you've got.
All right. Thank you for having me here. Obviously, I specialize in watches that are a little more expensive. Typically, my watches start at like the $8,000 and up. That's about the average selling price. But there are a lot of watches on the market that are attractive, that will more or less hold their value if you can buy them correctly out the gate, that I brought in today. So it's not my specialty, but I definitely have some options for you to show you today.
And I think that's a great thing for everybody to see. You don't actually have to spend $10,000, $20,000, $50,000 to get a great watch. And these, what you're going to show us, are all what you would say great watches, right?
Well, they're good. I personally like what they look like. So I went to a buddy of mine's shop here in Los Angeles, who's an authorized dealer of some of these brands right here, and picked out some watches that I personally liked. I felt like the value that you could get with a lot of these watches was fantastic. And if you buy them new, you're gonna be buying them for retail minus a small discount, whatever an authorized dealer will give you. Sometimes they'll give you nothing. Sometimes they'll give you 10, 15, 20% tops.
So let's talk about them. What have we got here? And let's discuss the prices as well, of what they retail for, what they can be bought for, and what you think is a good buy.
Okay, all right, so some of the watches I brought. The first one I'd like to show you is a watch made by a brand called Maurice Lacroix. Spelt with an O-I-X, it's pronounced Lacroix. So this watch is called the Icon, spelled A-I-K-O-N.
A-I?
A-I, but it's called the Icon. So it's sort of trying to mimic, I believe, a Royal Oak. The way the bracelet is, the way it fixed the case,
May I see it?
Yeah.
It really does look a bit like the Royal Oak,
yeah,
doesn't it? And the blue is fabulous. I mean, that is a fabulous blue. Also looks a little bit like a Breitling.
Yeah. So this watch, the retail price of this watch, they come in either quartz or automatic, but they start at $1,650.
Wow.
Now, I don't really sell Maurice Lacroix, but I have to say that for $1,650, I mean, you're getting a fairly nice watch. And if you can't quite step up and pay $30,000 for a Royal Oak, why not get this watch for $1,650?
And that's a very well-known name. I'm very familiar with I don't know if I pronounce it properly, but Maurice Lacroix. And they also make gold versions as well that I've seen.
Yeah, they've been making watches for years. Yeah, absolutely.
Great piece.
Going way back.
Great piece. That's a nice watch.
So that's the first watch I wanted to show you. The second watch I brought is the new Bell & Ross BR05. Again, thin, sleek, has the alternating brushed and high polish finish bracelet, hidden clasp, automatic movement.
So that's a smaller case size looking at it, right?
Correct. So some of the Bell & Rosses from back in the day are 45 millimeters. This watch is only 40 millimeter.
May I see it? That's a pretty watch. So to me, looking at this watch, the dial itself looks smaller than 40 millimeters because the case is the 40 millimeters.
Correct.
Right? Feels nice. Pretty watch. Very, very nice.
So this watch retails for $4,900. And like I said, you probably get a small discount off of retail, but this is, again, less than $5,000. All right, another watch that I typically, in Essential Watches, we don't really sell too many of, but is Oris. But Oris is a very well-regarded brand. They've been making these things for years.
I'm not familiar with Oris.
Well, let me show you. So this watch is a special limited edition they made with a Japanese denim company called Momotaro.
As in jeans?
Yeah. So this is called exactly. Oh, so you're familiar with it?
No, no. When you said denim, I'm denim as in jeans.
Oh yes,
No,
okay.
I'm not
So
familiar
it's
with
a pretty famous Japanese company. So they came out with this special edition. It's called the 65 Momotaro Divers. Green gradient dial. It's got bronze markers, and it's got a little bit of bronze in the bezel. Nice watch, 40mm case, automatic movement. And this watch is only $2,200 retail.
It's a pretty watch with a lovely dial.
Yeah, it's cool, isn't it? The bronze and the green.
It really is. How much again?
$2,200 retail before discount.
And what type of discount could one expect to get on a watch like that?
All right, so if you're an authorized dealer, you're really not supposed to discount, period. But the fact of the matter is most authorized dealers are sort of forced to give some sort of discount, considering on the internet, there's lots of gray market guys discounting watches. So I would suggest that on a watch like this, you negotiate for at least a 15% discount minimum. If you can find this watch on the internet pre-owned, you want to buy this for like 50% off minimum.
So somebody that's going to buy this watch should not be looking to make money on it, because that's another question that I get asked a lot. What watch is going to go up in value? And I think the answer to that question is about what you pay for it to start with. Because if you pay too much, it doesn't matter how it goes up, it won't catch up.
So let's say you found this on eBay. Someone owned it and they wore it, it's used, it's got some scratches on it, still functions good, and it's on eBay. What should you pay for this watch if you want to make money on it? I'd suggest buying this watch at something like 60% of retail, off retail. Then maybe you're going to actually make money on it. But short of that, you're going to break even on this watch.
But still, very nice watch.
Yeah. Most of these watches sort of fall in that category.
Adam has his phone ringer bell on and is getting a text message. Mine's probably on too. It's in my back pocket, but nobody wants to talk to me. So.
All right, another watch I thought would be really cool to show you guys is a Rado. So this is called the Captain Cook Bronze.
Captain Cook?
Captain Cook. So
I like that.
They've actually been making Captain Cook models since the 60s, early 60s.
The Explorer. Again, you know, it looks like a Rolex. They're all kind of similar. A little bit, right?
So that's a diving watch. Now, Rado is famous for ceramic. I don't know if you've ever been in an authorized dealership and seen Rado.
I don't know this brand at all, but it is a very nice watch. This is an education for me as well. This isn't just for the audience. I'm learning as well.
Yeah, I don't think you'd ever be caught dead wearing a Rado watch. But that being said...
that's not exactly true.
Yeah.
If it looks nice, I would buy it. It doesn't have to have the prestigious name, but if it looks nice, I would in fact wear it.
Okay.
If I like it.
Gotcha. All right. Well, Rado, like I said, they really sort of made a name for themselves with the ceramic watches. Okay. There's tons and tons of versions of Rado watches in all black, shiny ceramic. So they came out with this bronze watch. So bronze, typically, if it's true bronze, over time is going to tarnish. It's going to create an incredible patina over the case. It almost turns like a bluish gray tinge. So that's a bronze watch that's made from copper and tin. That's the typical way of making a bronze watch. Rado made their bronze out of aluminum and copper. So this watch, actually, from what I've researched about it, will not have that same patina. It's going to stay exactly like this.
And how much is this watch?
Exactly. Boy, this watch I believe is $2,600 retail.
And what would be a good price to pay for that?
Again, you should try to negotiate something like a 15%, 20% discount.
And then you're in good shape.
And if you're going to buy it pre-owned, you want to buy it for half.
I'm looking forward to seeing the next box. I see some Rolexes and things in there.
Yeah, okay, when we get there, I'll show you some Rolexes. The next one I'd like to show you is a brand called Frederic Constant. From my experience, they really make lovely watches, truly lovely watches. A lot of their stuff, they make a lot of dress watches, almost look like Pateks.
Really?
Yeah.
Let me see that, please.
But they're highly discounted. I mean, you don't pay anywhere near for this watch what you do for a Patek.
And a lovely exhibition back as well.
So this is called their Vintage Rally Chronograph. Even though it looks like it's rose gold, it is not solid rose gold. It's actually a rose gold plated watch in stainless steel. It's 42 millimeters, automatic. Retails for right around $3,100.
It says $3,900 on here.
I thought it was 3,000. So this, no, that's 3,095.
I don't have my glasses on.
Yeah,
okay,
so it's nice.
I could be taken in a store. I'd look at the price, think it was more, and they'd offer me a retail. I'd say, I'll take it.
But look how they set up the style. It's really nice. Dark blue, off-white, with red accents.
Okay,
I mean, it's gorgeous.
So you said that this watch is not something you would ever pay anywhere near retail for. Talk to us about that. What does that mean?
Meaning these watches, there's lots of the older versions of this brand that are on the market right now. These are closeouts.
Okay.
This brand is known as being a closeout brand from the past.
Okay.
They are now making all their new models, and I think from what I understand, they're trying their best not to close out all their current models. But there's lots and lots of models from like 10 years ago on the closeout market that you can buy for over 50% off. So so be careful with this brand. But this is a current model, and it's gorgeous. That's why I pulled it. I mean, this is, again, you want to buy this for like 15, 20% off.
It's interesting how some watches go for way less than their retail price, and then other watches go for way more than their retail price. It doesn't make that much sense, does it? I guess supply and demand.
It's all about demand,
yeah, no.
Of course.
I'm wearing this. This is the first time I'm wearing this today, you see? Ooh. This is my Panda.
Look at that Panda.
And this is one of those watches that sells for about double its list price, right?
If you can find this watch brand new, these are no less than $28,000.
This is brand new. It's my first time wearing it today.
Well, it's obviously not brand new if it's on your wrist.
Well, it's...
Just kidding.
Anyway, what do you got in this box?
It used to be brand new. All right, there's one more watch here. All right, so the last watch I wanted to show you, watches that are good to get for less than $5,000. This is an Omega Seamaster. All right, so Omega makes a ton of watches that are all right there at like $45,000 to $5,000 on bracelet, on rubber. They have some 007 James Bond versions. And
it's a very, very well-known brand. It's one of those brands that people, recognize immediately, Omega.
Yeah. So this is a 42 millimeters automatic. It's built like a tank. It's going to last really well. And the resale value on these is pretty good. So again, you're going to want to, if you're going to buy this watch pre-owned.
What's the list on this one?
$4,900, if I'm not mistaken, for this divers. This is a Seamaster diver.
Would you get a discount for this? If you went into an authorized dealer and say, hey, I want that watch, what can you do for me?
So if you walk into an actual Omega boutique, they will absolutely not give you a penny discount.
Okay.
Some authorized dealers out there, again, they're being forced to give something like a 10%, 15% discount tops.
Okay.
They don't really want to have to give a discount, but they're going to have to if they want the business.
And that also keeps the value quite well.
Just like some of these other watches, again, this is something that if you go buy it on the used market, you want to buy it for half.
Really?
Yeah, there's depreciation in all these watches.
Interesting.
When you go from new to used, you're going to lose a little something.
And buying a used watch, as long as you buy it from a reputable dealer, is really no different to buying a new watch. I mean, it's a watch. It's not like a car that's been crashed and fixed.
The main difference is typically you're not going to get the manufacturer's warranty when you're buying a pre-owned watch. They try to only give the warranty to the original owner.
Let me ask you about the warranty. So, in your experience, how often does a new watch in this category actually break and need service in its warranty period?
Well, because I'm not really an authorized dealer of new watches, it's hard for me to really give you the correct answer, but my gut would tell me that like maybe 10%.
That high? That surprises me.
Maybe. I mean, it's like I said, I'm just kind of shooting off the hip. I think it's about 10% of a new watches actually will need service within their warranty period.
Interesting.
But typically, these watches are all Swiss watches. They're made very well.
Interesting. Okay, let's move on to the next box.
All right, so this is the first box. This is some stuff that like I said, I don't really carry in my shop, but I wanted to show them. Now, these other watches are watches that I quickly pulled from my own inventory that I'd like to offer today to your followers at blowout prices. So
they love that.
Yeah, so if I'm going to price these to sell today, so if I happen to have them by the time this video comes out, and they're the first one to inquire about it, I will honor any price I say today.
Let's see what you got.
Okay. So first of all, I brought a couple of Rolexes. So these are classic 1970s precision. These are 34 millimeter. These are not date just. These are just called precision. So these are mechanical. Oyster bracelet, smooth bezel. They've got
So it's a slightly smaller case.
yeah, smaller case.
But it has
they definitely have that retro.
bubble.
They have that retro look. Here's a black dial version. This one's kind of cool because it's black dial with yellow gold accents, almost rosy right now after the patina.
And how much are these watches?
So this is something that typically in my shop, I usually leave these marked at like right around $4,000. But if anybody sees this video, I would sell these things for $3,000.
That sounds incredibly inexpensive.
So this is about the cheapest men's, in air quotes, men's Rolex watches you can buy.
I would imagine the day that this video comes out, something just fell on my Rolls Royce.
What was that?
Do you want to go check that?
Something fell on the Ferrari earlier, and
It's
something
the same
just.
thing. It's fallen on both cars.
And you put it there twice. It's his fault.
To be
No,
fair,
I.
I just didn't move it the first time. It fell by itself. I did put it there the second time.
Okay.
Go check it?
No, because it's not going to be able to fix anything if there's any damage. So let's just do the video, and then I can weep later.
It'll be fine. It's like the lightest little rubber mat ever.
Well, not quite, but yes, okay. I'm going to tell myself that for the time being. Let's carry on. I was going to say before the mat that fell on my rolls rudely interrupted that I can't imagine that those two Rolexes won't sell instantly when this video comes out.
These are actually cool watches for women too to wear.
They're fantastic.
Yeah. In fact, I would kind of suggest these more for a woman.
Okay, what's the next one?
All right. Next watch I'd like to blow out. This is a Romain Jerome. Now Romain Jerome they've been making cool watches for I think
I have a
15, 20.
this,
right.
this
You've got a nice
steampunk,
one.
the gold one.
You've got a gold one, right?
Yeah, love it.
So, you know, these guys, they had their day. There was a time where these were sort of a trending watch. From what I understand, the company is actually out of business right now. So a bunch of stock was closed out. So these went from being 20 grand to less than 10.
This is $20,000?
Almost 20,000 retail was the retail, but you know, in my shop, I'm trying to blow it out. I'm selling for $5,000. It's brand new.
$5,000. Okay, so that watch is now sold.
To who?
Me, I'm buying that watch.
You're buying this watch.
For $5,000, I'm buying that watch.
Really?
Yeah. Let me see it. I didn't even see it.
Are you kidding me?
No, I'm taking this. Yeah, I want this watch.
You had your eye on that one.
Is it your Titanic watch that's by this company?
Yes.
Yeah, I
so my
recognise the
Titanic
case.
one is gold, and Titanic. This one is, what's it? Does it have a name? Skull?
Yes.
This is, I think they call it a Skylab, right?
This is a Skylab speed metal.
Speed metal. Okay, mine.
Yeah.
You will see this in future videos.
All right. Congratulations.
Actually, I'm taking it out. Can I take it out?
Yeah, so you bought it correctly. So you're buying it for 25 cents on the dollar. That's
Yeah,
exactly
can't go wrong, right?
That's exactly where you want to buy these type of watches. So it's got a nice deployment, quick release.
And it has the box and everything.
Yeah, I got everything for this thing.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
So there
Are you
go.
kind of like, are you a skull kind of guy? Do you like skulls? Is
You know,
is that your thing?
Not really, but I just find that like a fun watch, and for that money, yeah, can't go wrong. I'll take it.
All right.
Happy new watch to Michael.
Next watch I wanted to show you is a company named Javril.
I just want to interrupt you.
Yes,
Maybe
sir.
I should leave in case there's anything else in there that pops up. I don't need any more watches.
I know. All right, so the next watch I wanted to show you today is a Javril. So Javril is interesting. They've gone through the years. I think in the last 20 years, they've had like 2 or 3 different owners of the company. They've revamped their product line multiple times.
This is gold.
Yeah, that's actually a solid gold watch that back in the day when they came out, I think these things were retailing for close to $15,000. This is a limited edition model. It's actually a very nice movement in there.
Beautiful.
But this is the type of watch, if you can find this watch, even though it retailed for $15,000, you can buy this watch. I think on my website, on my website,
It's a pretty watch, isn't it? That's
58. Yeah. So I'd sell this watch for $4,000. This is a day-date moon phase. So it's a full calendar with moon phase.
What's the case size?
I think this is 40 or 41 millimeter. I mean, it's actually a handsome watch.
It's a beautiful watch. I'm thinking about that one too now. I shouldn't. Put it away.
It's just the brand Javril is not, you know, really known.
I've never heard of it.
But to get a solid gold watch,
For that money, the gold's got to be worth close to that.
$4 grand.
Wow.
Yeah, good opportunity for somebody.
Well,
Yeah,
crazy.
don't buy it. Let someone else buy it.
But I am buying that. This is...
All right, so this one's gone.
Yeah, okay.
All right, so this one's available.
Next.
All right, so Tudor is for...
Rolex.
Tudor is, yeah, correct. Tudor is either made by Rolex or owned by Rolex. They're the same factory. I mean, it's basically...
A bulletproof watch, right?
The quality is there. So this is their Pepsi.
May I see?
It's called the Back Bay.
It looks just like a Pepsi.
These are very popular right now. I don't sell a ton of Tudor because it's not really my specialty, but I'm sure a lot of your audience is going to be very familiar with the Tudor product line.
This is new, right?
And this actually is a brand new one.
It's got the stickers on the back,
Yeah.
I see. How much is that?
$3,500. It's
Wow.
a little bit less than retail. These are hard to get, actually. Even at retail, I think they retail for $39.
Well,
But you know, when you said, let's make a video showcasing watches less than $5,000, the first watch I thought of were the Tudors.
incredible.
It's a
I didn't know that.
Great watch for the money.
Yeah, that's great value. And it looks like a Rolex without the bubble.
So pre-owned, you know, if you, let's say you buy this for $3,500, pre-owned, I believe these are going to bring somewhere between like $2,800 to $3,200 all day long. So you know the money is there. You're going to be okay if you buy these watches.
Amazing.
Especially if you can buy them pre-owned.
That's a good buy. That's a really, really good buy.
Yeah, nice watch, very handsome.
Next one.
Next one, okay. So in 2019, Omega came out with a limited edition series. They call it the Specialties City Limited Editions. So they made 5 different versions. They made one for Switzerland Boutique, Singapore, New York, Paris. This is the London version.
Yeah.
London version.
Are you trying to sell it to me? That's a very attractive watch. Let me see the back of it.
Nice blue dial.
And this is new as well, right?
This is a used watch, technically speaking.
How much is this guy?
The watch, when it was released in Omega, is $7,600, completely sold out. In my shop, I'm asking, I believe, $6,500 for it. But for any of your followers that want this watch, I've got all the original box and papers, $5,000.
Sounds like a deal. So this is not my type of watch, but if it was, I would be snapping that up too.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
That's a good deal.
I mean, it
Nice
really is a good looking watch. Oh, limited to 399 pieces.
Even better.
So, yeah, very rare.
Next one.
All right.
Hold on. While we're on the topic of limited edition blue dial watches, can I bring something into the mix?
Yeah.
So you know that I bought this.
I haven't seen it.
I told you, exactly. I've told you about it, so I figured I'd bring it. My new Seiko. Ready?
I'm ready. Oh, gosh. I didn't expect, I wasn't that ready. Okay, let's see.
So I want to get your reaction to this on camera. Because honestly, I think it's one of the most beautiful watches I own, and you know that I also have this one now.
Oh, wow, look at that dial. Damn, Seth, look at that dial. Hold on, let me look at it. Wow, that is a nice watch. I've never seen one like this.
And you probably won't, because there's only, I don't know how many have been made, but I know that there's only the parts to make 10 of those watches.
The way it does the gradient from blue to black, it's very similar to the James Cameron Deep Sea Rolex.
So actually, the James Cameron Deep Sea Rolex isn't as bright, and it's a lot more subtle in the change. This is nicer. This is much nicer, I think.
Yeah, gorgeous. I mean, Seiko, which actually is becoming a very hot product line right now.
Especially the Grand Seiko as well. That's
Especially
another
the
one
Grand
that's
Seiko,
really
yeah.
taking off.
So this is a fully custom Seiko. So when I say fully custom, the case, the crown, the bezel, which is a ceramic bezel by the way, the face, the hands, even the movement has been customized. So that is a day-date movement, and the guy that builds them is a guy called Loomshot on Instagram. He actually took the day complication out of that movement because he fitted it into a date-just face.
It's beautiful.
Tell me that doesn't feel as high quality as any other.
It feels as good as a Rolex.
I was about to say that.
I mean,
I think that was in there.
ballpark, how much are these?
I forget what I paid. Ballpark, I think I paid about $1,100.
Wow.
That is a steal.
Yeah.
Steal. $1,100 is a steal.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, nice watch for them.
Nice watch. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And the watch you're wearing isn't bad either.
I know. I bought it from a nice gentleman in Beverly Hills.
Nice watch.
Let's continue. Nice
All right.
watch, Adam.
All right, so again, with watches in the 5,000 to sub 5,000 range, IWC does have a handful of watches that they make that fall into that category. Most of their watches are more expensive, but IWC is a fantastic watchmaker, Schaffenhausen, Switzerland. This is actually called the Pilot's Spitfire with the ruthenium dial. It's a chronograph. It's got a beautiful bracelet. Watch retails for, if I believe correctly, $6,250 list. And I would sell this watch for $3,900.
Let me see. So IWC stands for International Watch Company, correct? Well, that's a big watch. It's a lovely watch. So you'd sell it for how much?
43 millimeter, and I would sell it for $3,900.
Beautiful piece.
Box and paper, yeah, gorgeous watch. And then lastly, I mean, Breitling, obviously everybody knows Breitling, very famous brand. A lot of their watches retail for, typically it's $5,000 and up. There's not too many models. They were making, I don't know if they're still making them, but they made a lot of special editions for Bentley. A huge push with Bentley. This is called their Bentley GT chronograph. It's got a gorgeous blue dial.
Is that the one that has the wheel on the back?
The car in the back, yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly right.
Show the camera that. That's an interesting back on this watch.
Oh, no, this one, sorry.
It doesn't have it.
Yeah, lots of times they do. This one actually does. This GT doesn't have it. All right, so these typically in the past were usually something like $5,500 and up. Right. But they've come down. This is a day date. The market on this watch now is more like the low fours, $4,200 to $4,500. I'd sell it to any of your followers for $4,000 with box and papers. That's a very good buy. I mean, I'm not a Breitling fan personally, but I do know them to be fantastic watches. Yeah. When I say I'm not a fan, it just doesn't appeal to me that way, but it's a great watch and that's great value. So, wow, this has been very educational and some great offers here, and thank you, Seth, for bringing them and selling me a watch. And yeah, I mean, guys, I hope you enjoyed this. And one of these days we'll be able to get back to the store and do a video there and show a lot more. But until then, we'll make the most of it. And like I say, I hope you enjoyed this. Seth, thanks for coming. All right. You know what to do. Hit the subscribe button, hit the bell. I've got this new thing now. I go ding-a-ling, hit the bell. No, cut that out, Adam. Hit the subscribe button. We'll see ya.
What did you just forget to say?
In it to win it. In it to win it! In it to win it?
Bye.
Bye.